right, what's up guys? It's Dr. Dan back here with a wonderful dude. I'm excited to shoot this video. We're excited for you guys to give him a follow. He's got a cool story, which we're gonna talk a little bit about. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Dan. This is our boy Clayton. He is 5-ish appointments in right now over the past, what would you say?
2-3 months.
2-3 months.
Something like that.
We saw him once initially, then he took a couple weeks off, then he said, I don't know where to go next. So then we got to be a guide for him. That's all we are here. We're a guide to unleashing your neurological power, your brain's control over your body, so you're aware of it, so you have better control bilaterally, your left side, your right side. We want to see you start to flow through your movement so the energy can move from the neck, from the brain, down through the neck, down through the spine, ultimately improving circulation, reducing muscle tension, finding and hunting your areas of weakness so that we can align your skeleton, get you to adjust easier, and ultimately put you in tune with your body so that you can maintain good posture, detoxify the organs, and live a healthier lifestyle with less pain, less need for medications, less need to complain to your friend or your neighbor about how sore this is and that is and all this stuff is. Because if you're not moving right, you're going to be in pain, your body's going to talk to you, and then you're going to feel it. Cool? So Clayton, how old are you now, bro?
28.
28.
Yeah.
And we're in Pittsburgh. Clayton is originally from here.
Originally born and raised. Went to college in Florida and then had a job out in San Diego. And then I moved back just to restart my life and get the podcast going.
The podcast. What were you doing before the podcast?
I was a software engineer for a company called General Atomics. Create military drones, write state-of-the-art code that would basically fly the drones.
So, super techie.
Very techie, very much in, classical quote-unquote nerd with a... But it's funny because it wasn't really in one box because I played a lot of sports in high school. So it's very much a athletic nerd.
All right.
Yeah.
What sports were you playing?
My favorite two were baseball and football. And football is probably what did a lot of damage to my neck that you're looking at.
Yeah. So before we get into any more depth of the conversation, let's just look here. And if Bree can get this straight on back view. And you guys may see that we look at spine here, up through here, and we kind of notice that his head is just a little bit over this way. And you may notice on video also that this right trap is a little higher than the left trap is. So his right shoulder is just a little elevated. We're going to call that a little bit too much front chain dominant. He's got this neck tension over here on the right side. How's your left arm feel here?
Feels good. My hands are getting a little
tingly already?
Yeah.
How's your right arm feel here?
Good.
Good. If we say straighten this left elbow and fire this tricep, and if we say straighten your right elbow,
oh yeah, this one's jiggling.
This one's jiggling already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
there it is right there. Cool. So left elbow locked out. Nice. Squeeze this tricep. You can turn it on a little bit more. Yeah, good. Now do that on the right side. See the jiggle in there? Go a little stronger. Okay, so now Clayton, this is his first appointment of the day. He just woke up. He hasn't been to the gym. He hasn't stretched out. He hasn't done his exercises yet. He ran up here to get to the appointment. So he's tight from bedtime, right? He's tight from also way back when I met him 3 months ago. He was already, well, he was even more tight, more front chain dominant, more neck pain, more shoulder discomfort. This has come a long way already, but we can see, let's tap in again. Oh, nice. A little more. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, focus slowly down into the tri. Pull the shoulder back. Nice. Squeeze the tricep. Correct. See the tap in spot here? He doesn't need to tap in as much on his left. He's already back chain strong here. So we got neck imbalance, neck tension, maybe some soreness up in the cervical spine. Let's take a rest and just relax your arms.
So you're giving me a workout here, all right?
That's why you're here, big man. Now, what happened after San Diego? What was your change, or what was your eye-opening experience, or what was your events that led you back to Pittsburgh?
The big one, it kind of started a few years beforehand, and I took a little vacation with a buddy to Brazil, and just on that first trip, it really clicked with me that I wanted to be able to live anywhere I wanted to live, whenever I wanted to live there, at any time I wanted to live there. And I think it's really just that first little glimpse of becoming my own boss, jumping into the entrepreneurial route. And so in San Diego, flash forward 2 years, to make a long story short, basically did some psilocybin therapy with a coach out there.
Some microdosing. Or what is it?
It was a little bit more macro.
Macro.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was more macro, and just you go in with an intention and just like put on a blindfold and just lay there with your thoughts essentially and come face to face with your subconscious. And coming from my background, very logically minded, very much in a wounded masculine state most of my life, it really exposed me to the feminine side of things, the feeling, the trusting the intuition. And the message that came out of it was to do what I feared most, which was quitting my job without a plan and traveling the world. And so then just along the way, the podcast started.
I'm tingling right now, guys. I'm tingling right now. Guys got my arm hair standing up.
Yeah, so then I just basically quit my job without that plan, traveled the East Coast for about a month and a half. And then I was going down to live in Brazil, which the plan was for a year, but it ended up being two-ish months, a little over 2 months. And so along the way, I just started the podcast, started recording conversations with people that I personally knew and enjoyed talking to. And it slowly evolved into this spirituality, consciousness, metaphysics type thing, because I was just drawn to talking to those people. The psilocybin showed me a part of reality that I didn't even know existed.
And that was how long ago?
I quit my job. What are we in? 23?
23.
So 21, it would have been July of 21. I quit my job. I left San Diego August of 21. And then also started my podcast at the end of August of 21.
Tell us a little bit about the podcast.
It's kind of like a two-parter. So one part is having long-form discussions, 2.5, 3-hour conversations with spiritual leaders and content creators, and really, people who talk about that type of stuff. And then on Thursdays, I kind of release what I call Catch Up with Clayton's, where can I just tell you about my last week, kind of like life, what I'm thinking about, lessons I'm learning. And hopefully just, people can learn from my experience and
take the step.
Yeah, because, through this whole process, I've realized how much power there is in vulnerability. Because especially in our current society, at least how I was brought up, being a male, you're told to suppress your emotions. It's not masculine to cry. It's, a sign of weakness. And this whole process has showed me how the exact opposite is far more true. Diving into that vulnerability, expressing your feelings and emotions, and of course there's boundaries that come with that, of course, but yeah. I think that's something you learn along the way. It's one of those things where it's starting out better to be over and then kind of course correct as you go.
So don't be too hard. Don't be too soft. Dive between both? What would you say on that?
I think the best place to learn about this is kind of Stoic principles from, the ancient Romans really dove into this with the likes of Marcus Aurelius and Socrates. And the idea is what we're told is to suppress emotions. But in actuality, you want to feel them, you want to understand them, what they're trying to communicate to you. And then obviously filter that through what you actually put out into the world or you express. And by that, it's like your actions and your words. And so I feel like what usually happens is we're not in tune with those emotions. And so it's kind of like when they talk about being in the matrix or plugged in.
Yep.
And so whenever you are plugged in, it means like once you feel an emotion, you're just going to react on it. And a lot of the emotions that we've been told are quote unquote masculine would be the kind of that fight mentality of someone makes fun of me, I'm just going to make fun of them more, or I'm going to put them in the ground, you know, as opposed to sitting back, realizing why it hurts you, and then trying to transition that into a more loving and understanding place.
Sometimes don't be so quick to react.
That's a good way to summarize it.
Sit on it for a little bit. That's something I'm learning. I think we all have to learn that. Don't just explode. And also don't let things build up to where it causes the explosion, right?
That's a big piece too.
Talk about it to yourself. Talk about it to somebody else. Talk through it. That's what I try to do, right?
Oh, for sure.
Perspective from here, perspective from there. What blends with you the best, right? Or maybe what resonates with you.
Yeah, I mean, and it even kind of to elaborate what you're saying, to bring it down to a more practical place, you know, if in this situation you have a coworker or a spouse or your assistant and they constantly keep doing something that annoys you, you know, figure out why it annoys you and then kind of approach it with like, hey, I saw that this keeps happening. Maybe you don't intend it for it to be this way. This is how I'm receiving it. Or I think it could be better if we kind of did this, or this. And it's a communication, right? It's a dance of trying to kind of figure out what the right approach is for a given situation.
Because we've all approached people in our lives the wrong way at some point or the next. And then you say to yourself, why did I do it that way?
Oh, yeah.
Why did I do it? I should have thought about that a little longer. I could have changed my approach and it would have changed the entire outcome of the situation.
If you're looking to go deeper, hit on that why. Why did I react this way? Why did I have this emotion? What was this emotion? Label that emotion. Where did I feel it in my body? You know, these are all great questions to ponder.
That's that internal self-talk.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
Traveling to Consciousness.
Traveling to Consciousness. And where can we find it at?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all of them. And actually I have my own app, Traveling to Consciousness. You can search it on iOS and Google Play Store.
Oh, nice, man. See, I did not know that. I'm going to download that today.
Appreciate it, man.
Check it out. Google Play Store and Apple Store. I'm not an Apple guy, though. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm a Samsung guy. So I know I'm going to lose some love from being a Samsung guy, but I like the app customization.
Well, now you're a Traveling to Consciousness app guy.
Yes, correct. So also on Instagram.
Instagram at Traveling to Consciousness. My personal is at Clayton Terry.
Clayton Terry. On YouTube at all?
I'm there. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with YouTube.
Yeah.
That's... I'm not sure right now. It might be Traveling to Consciousness. I'm sure if you search that in YouTube, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Because the name's everywhere.
This is the other thing in today's digital world. You know, we've put our time into the YouTube channel and, you know, a little bit of minimal Instagram and no podcasting yet. But he went the podcasting route, and you're pretty popular on Instagram too, right? And got a nice base of people that are becoming more open-minded, I think, and trying to become a little more intuitive, or what? What's the word?
I think the audience or the followers that I've cultivated are, you know, true seekers. They're kind of questioning reality. Because I by no means want to come across as this position of authority. It's more of, here are cool things that I have found that nobody's talking about, that I think would change our perception of reality or change the way that we even interact with the world. And so my goal is really just to find the cool stuff and present it to people. And, you know, it's 50-50. Sometimes people love it. Sometimes people hate it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's very much where I am is, you know, so you might find something that'll trigger you. And kind of going back to our conversation is ask yourself why. Why are you feeling it in your body? I'm just presenting questions. So
and what do you do when you're triggered?
What do I do, or what should...
When you ask those questions, you say, man, that triggered me. How do you release the trigger out of the body? Or do you hold the trigger in? right? Like we don't want to be like, oh, like I think about holding triggers in. This is good. People hold stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like this, like, oh, this stuff is all mine. And people end up like this over life. And this is your posture. And then if you're in the ortho world, or it's cane walker, right? It's like, I'm holding on to, I have to hold on to, like, no, dude, palms up, feet straight, narrow feet. This is a cool one. This is what we call Jesus pose, right? Fingers wide, hands up a little bit. Now, come back here one more time, Bree, and just look straight forward. So,
I'm feeling a twitch in my right.
already he's activating. Already he's tuning. He's tapping in. Maybe you can see a little bit of just this kind of like orientation. Shoulders down. Nice. Head tall. Chin back a little bit. Think about all 5 fingers on each hand opening widely. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out. Now, that was a little of a chest breath. Take another deep breath in. See how he lifts up here? So he's using too much accessory. I'm going to show you from the front. Stay right there. This is where we talked today about diaphragm breathing. Because right now you're doing this. That's stress in the chest. We want to be down here in the core. Good. Hold right there. Push your belly out towards me. Push. Good. Feel that push right there. That's your diaphragm. Diaphragm's this big muscle. Lungs go this way, not this way. They can go this way and give us chronic tight neck. Okay? So let's go right here. Let's focus air in the nose, down into here. That was a little better. Push belly out gently. Set shoulders down. Twist thumbs back a little bit. Let's focus on left, and then you can exhale. Let's focus on a soft left shoulder down. And that, oh, nice. That's a nice tap right there. And now let's focus on right shoulder down. See how this side's a little tougher? Mm-hmm. Now focus on a deep breath in through the belly, a slow deep breath in. Push the belly out as you breathe in. Nice. Do you feel that stretch through here? Now this is going to tap in deep into our abdomen core. Let's put hands down on the table. Just take a look. Let's think about a little knuckles into the table. Let's think about real light head up, chest up. And again, we're going to notice how this left side moves. But this right side is, see this side?
Oh, yeah.
What would you say about this?
Super tight.
Super tight. This is free. This is sticky.
Yeah.
Okay? So we got to tune into the stickiness, because the stickiness, I believe, is a trigger. And that's where your stress is. And stress is pain. Stress manifests itself as inflammation, irritation. We can do blood work on people and see that you're inflamed. We can feel the inflammation if we have headaches, neck pain, sore shoulder. Man, I just feel like something in there, right? Soft shoulders down. Oh, beautiful. That was killer. Now he's big time coiled into his left side. He's less coiled into his right side. So let's check left, right there. That's all it takes. Thumb open on the left. Correct. Now let's check the right side. We're going to hunt for that for a little bit. Would you say so? See how it's a little twitchy, a little weaker?
Yeah.
Think right thumb opens up and out. Nice. Look at the circulation. Look at this, bro. Don't move anything. See where he's got blood flow? Well, see where he doesn't have blood flow, where he needs blood flow in the thumb. Open this guy. Oh, both thumbs are tight. So we got to open the front chain line. We got to activate the back chain. It's going to make his skeleton way more open in the thoracic spine. But just notice the left side. Just notice the right side. Look at your fingers on your right hand. Look at your fingers on your left hand. They the same or different? A little different. So let's be mindful of how the fingers feel. Let's be mindful where we're pressing through the knuckles at. Now let's raise the head up nice and tall. Let's turn right, turn left. Would you say your hands are grounded into the earth a little baby bit?
A little bit.
Would you say your back is activated lightly?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Would you say you can more easily go this way than this way a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe into here. Now I want you to focus on right knuckles down, right shoulder down and back, right thumb open. Correct.
Yeah.
You're going to go right there.
No problem.
We're going to compare that to this side. A little tight,
Yeah.
but a little freer. Well, actually a little tighter on the occiput on the right. And this occiput is a little freer. See how that feels a little bit? There still may be tension. Can you think about your left thumb tip opening out? Can you think about a little bit of knuckle pressure? Can you think about a little shoulder down? Just a light shoulder down into here. And now let's think about that same thing on the right side. See how that's maybe a little tougher. Don't be super tense, but see how this sets the tension out of the neck. Now let's lean our head to the right. Tilt our right ear to right shoulder. Focus on left shoulder down, left thumb open. Correct. Hold that for 30 or 60 seconds at home as you meditate or as you breathe or as you sit on the couch or whatever you like to do. If you like to watch TV, I watch TV a little bit, sit on the couch. That's mindless work though, but it's okay to be a little mindless. And then it's really important to be lots of mindful. So quietness, or do you listen to any solfeggio music or tunes? Like personally, I love tuning in on the way to work at 5:30 in the morning to some nice alpha brainwave music. So many good channels on YouTube, left side. And now let's focus on right side. Oh
yeah.
What do you feel?
I mean, I think you could probably see it.
I can see it, babe. You can feel it, correct? And this is where it's called see-feel technology. We gotta see it, I see it. You guys will start to see it, he feels it. He doesn't see it until he gets behind somebody and starts doing it, but he feels it, right?
Well, see, and that's so fascinating too, how you even articulate that, right? See-feel technology, let's say. Because that's even kind of what we're talking about with the triggering is you see it, you need to recognize it, like that's step one. You need to feel it, and by feeling it, you can then understand it. It's basically the same process that you're doing here that I've kind of just looked at through emotions.
Look down for me. That's awesome. Meant to be, dude. Now, already so much better. When we first met Clayton here, he had pretty good tension up here, right? And we're draining the tension minute after minute. How's that feel right there, though?
Oh, yeah.
Look down for me.
Definitely a spot.
A spot. It's a tension spot. Go ahead.
Is that what you call it, a tension spot? Or
It's just a spot. It's a messed up spot. It's a blocked channel of energy. It is a area where movement doesn't occur as it should. When I think about the body, I think about the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves. That's who you are. It's your consciousness. We don't know what that is yet. Do you know what that is yet?
What consciousness is?
Yeah. Awareness.
I mean, it might take a couple pages to break it down, but or you could just break it down as just this.
It's just this.
Yeah,
It just is.
Just is.
Look down for me. We're just here.
It's a fascinating thing too, is they still can't come up with a medical or even a scientific explanation, or not even explanation, but definition of consciousness. Like there's not a scientifically accepted definition of what consciousness is.
We don't know. We don't know where we're at, where we came from. We know where we're at here in this world, but where are we really tuned in? High up. Who knows? Some people know. Those, what are they called? Maybe they know. They have higher consciousness than what I do. I know that. Look down.
Talking about like aliens or something?
Nah, talking about those, what do they call it? Clairvoyants, savants, and...
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
That's an interesting topic as well, but I don't know how deep we want to go on that.
Let's go face down. We're going to have to shoot a follow-up video in a month or 2 months.
That, I guess.
Just leave it at that. All right, here we go. So, in the spine, we're not going to do any low back work today because we got to fly through this. We loosened that neck up big time with some right shoulder work. We know he's got some right mid-back. Bree, if you want to shoot down through the head, straight down the spine, if you see this. It's flat on the table. We notice all this stuff over here. See how this is high, this is low. We know he's carrying tension up here. We see his rib cage is twisted. We know he needs to open this up, become more open on the right side. He's too closed on the right. The close on the right happens up in the neck, down the front of the right arm, down into the right elbow. We saw how he tapped into his right tricep. We don't have a lot of time to do any leg work today. We're gonna have to shoot a follow-up and just blow this up even more to get into some lower body stuff. Have you been hitting your rocker at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Not as much as we talked about.
So it's the weekend coming up.
You take my socks off, it makes it easier.
Nope, you're good right there. Foot down. We'll get those up again. So we know we got rocker to hit. Tomorrow's going to be Saturday. I have a goal for you this weekend. You have a big Saturday?
I don't think so.
All
I
right.
don't think it's too bad.
You got time on your schedule then?
Yeah, just some jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. We'll talk a little bit about that too. But time on the schedule means maybe some time at home. It's cold. It's rainy in Pittsburgh. There's some snow out there that's supposed to happen. 2 hours in the rocker, broken up throughout the day tomorrow.
Alright.
2 hours. As soon as you wake up, get in the living room, get in the bedroom, wherever you want. Rock out, chill out, close your eyes, meditate for 20 or 30. Breath in through your nose. Exhale down through your shoulders. Relax your mid-back. Whole way down. Whole way down. Nice. Breath in through your nose. Exhale down through your mid-back. Easy one, easy two. Breath in again. Exhale whole way down. Shoulders open. There goes. Nice. One more in. And exhale out. All right. So we got some still, Clayton's still a little stiff in his mid-back. So he's got to spend more time opening, being open. Right? I'm closed here, but I'm open here, okay? So if I want to just kind of suck some of this bad stuff out in his right hip, I need to fall into it and open myself up like this, which means back chain dominance, which means don't put the stress in the front. Face over to the right side up. Don't be too here, be more here. Straight. So again, guys, it's traveling to consciousness on Instagram, iHeart, Apple, Spotify, all of it. Breath in through nose, exhale out, roll. Roll open. Other side for me. In this office, we work on consciousness, awareness of how the body feels in different positions, so that gradually, not over days or weeks, breath in, exhale out. Flat on your back for me. We know left side's more open, it adjusts easier. Right side's too far closed, he holds tension in the right side. Got to be working foot squeezes. Left toe squeeze, right toe squeeze. Remember those guys?
Yeah, with this.
Let's stay straight. So number one, left toe squeezes down for 30 or 60 seconds. Right toe squeezes down for 30 or 60, okay? You gotta cramp up the bottom of the feet. Gotta twist the knees open gently and relax the quads. Just make sure your upper legs, everything above the knees are relaxed. Relax the quads. Correct. Focus on the left foot. Only in the body right now, you should feel your left foot. You should feel your left hips relaxed, your left quads relaxed. Everything up in the neck and the jaws relaxed, your right foot. Gotta send energy the whole way down the body so we get really good at this. Kind of crawling with the feet. 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. Gradually, as he develops this mindfulness of how he can pull tension from his neck, from his back, from his spine, and put it down into the feet, makes the feet stronger, makes the joints of the feet adjust easier, makes us feel better overall, all around. We don't want to have front chain. We have it, it's there, we have to acknowledge it, but we don't want to live in it so much. We want to live in our back chain. We have lots of different things throughout the day. We know his left side's more open, that's why his left foot's adjusting easier. Relax your leg. Nice. Relax your leg. And nothing there yet. Cool. Touch heels together, feet touch together like this. Knees straighten lightly. That's called double bow set lying. You definitely develop your tune in to the lower body. Relax this. Thumb, elbow, open. Nice. That first time down there?
Maybe. Or though.
That was a nice opening talk we had.
Yeah.
Thumb. Nice. Elbow. Beautiful. Cleaner on the left side.
So good.
Hands press. Shoulders go where? Correct. So we got two parts, which become one part, and that's unity. We got foot squeezes lightly, heel presses lightly. Focus in the lower body for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. we got upper body focus, which is hand press, shoulder open, left side, right side. 20, 30, 40 seconds each side. Cool. We know we got to unify through the core. One more time through here, Bree. That's a beautiful diaphragm breath. You want to work on a 3-2-6-2 breath, 3-second inhale, 2-second hold, 6-second exhale, 2-second hold. 4 breaths per minute, working down to 2 breaths per minute. So you elongate, you double that to a 6-2, 12-2, okay? Start with 3-2-6-2. 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, and it's the never-ending loop. 3-2-6-2. 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. Start back over. 3-2-6-2. 3-second deep inhale. Hold it in. Give your belly a push up to the ceiling. Correct. Hold that 6 or 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it 1, 2. Get comfortable with the breath. Double the inhale to a slower 6-second inhale. Hold 2 or 3 seconds. Exhale 12 seconds. Go for 2. But the other way we change that, inhale deep. I love breath holding. Inhale deeper, a little more down into the belly. Oh, put it into the belly though. Push belly up to the sky. Push, 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 push. Hold that 10, 9, 8, 7. Push, push, push. Feel the tension through here. You're going to tap into your aorta. Your aorta will start to pulse. It's going to allow him to open his neck up, his shoulders up. You set your hands down, you roll your shoulders open. You test your left side, which will be easier than your right side. Okay? Does that make sense? You breathe deeply, comfortably, and quietly. We focus on the lower body for a couple minutes. We focus on the upper body for a couple minutes. We crawl the fingers down the thighs. Crawl the fingers down the thighs. Push lightly through the hands. Roll the shoulders open out of your... Now relax the neck. On the left, relax the neck. Killer. Best neck adjustment. Let's see with the right. Turn the left. Relax your neck now. Owned it today, dudes.
So good.
Owned it. That was the easiest neck adjustment. So at home this week, Clayton's going to work on feeling that the right knee is more open than the left knee. Straightening the left knee back. Learning how to utilize his weak left hip because his right side is his tight side, his left side is his weak side. Do you feel it? If I say right knee open gently, and right knee locks out a little bit, correct. You'll tap in if you spend time there. Now left knee straightens back. Now heel press together. And you'll start to notice if I say left knee open, left knee straight back, that'll be a little tougher on the left side than the right side. You gotta spend time doing that at home though. Cool?
For sure.
For sure. Sit up tall for me now. So today we talked about palms down and back. Let's review that and take one more easy look here. Some chiropractors say, don't ever sit up like that. I don't care how you sit up. It's really not about how you sit up. It's about how you tune in. And if you tune in, you will use your core. You'll be able to sit up any way that you want.
What the knee thing?
The forward sit up. Some people make you roll to your side, then sit up. Double shoulders adjusted gorgeously. Put hands down and back. And at home, he's going to own his back chain, which he's doing. And if you tune into this left side, it's going to gradually burn and cramp and strain. But if you tune into the right side, it's definitely going to be a little more work. Keep head straight. Press down through palms so you correct. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Back to center, go wide hands. This is PD and W, palms down and wide. It's light fingertip touch. It's light, tall sit. Shoulders out of front chain, put them in back chain. Let's notice how left back chain is much different than right back chain. Agree?
Yeah. Twitching a bit more over here.
It's what?
Twitching a bit more over here. Yeah.
We're on the same page. So once he feels it, then he's got to implement it. And then before you know it, it turns into less neck pain, less headaches, more open lymphatic system, cleansing for the body, opening through the body. But it ultimately comes down to the feet. So stand up and then we got to finish here. Throughout the day, we want to be barefoot. We want to be high arches, double both set knees open, a little bit of toe grip. Think head up, chest up, nice and light through the shoulder blades. Knees are twisting open. Feet now squeeze together to plug into the earth. The knees can have a soft bend. The hips sit back a little bit, correct? The chest lifts up a little bit. We shake it out a little bit through the arms so we don't carry the tension up in the head, the neck, the shoulders, the mid-back. We put it into our glutes, our adductors. We push it down into the earth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Feel how that feels? Lift your head up, wiggle your neck left and right. If you want to close your eyes, you start testing your balance and your stability as you're plugged down into the earth. And when you get plugged in enough, it becomes your sticky spots. There we go. and you drain it, and you get ultimately strong in your back. Your skeleton gets aligned. You don't age as fast, and you might never age. I don't know yet because I'm not there. You're going to age. Age is just a number. How does your body feel?
That's what's
Because
important.
that's what's important. And it's also important to know that you can do it.
Everyone can. Thanks, Dan.
Bro.
Appreciate it.
So check them out on Instagram, YouTube, Traveling to Consciousness. You guys will see some great stuff. Here's some great stuff. I'm going to start following the podcast. We'll shoot a follow-up in 2 or 3 months so you guys can see the progress.
And let me know the first time you get triggered.
Cool. Peace.
If you didn't, you haven't watched enough.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't quit. Peace.